So Arsenal are back in Premier League action tomorrow evening, Wednesday, 7:45, up at Molineux, where we play Wolverhampton Wanderers. Before I get into my predicted 1 to 11 and how I see the game going, don't forget you can check out my press conference reaction, which was the video before this one. So go back and check that out and tell me what you think. Anyway, like I said, we've got Wolverhampton Wanderers. They've been in a little bit of a dip recently. Their last 3 league games, they've lost to Burnley, they've lost to Southampton, and they drew with Brighton at the weekend. I don't know how they drew with Brighton. They missed sitter after sitter after sitter. But obviously sandwiched in between them results, they also lost the FA Cup semi-final. A lot of people are talking about they could be on the beach, their heads mentally, you know, maybe they're already booking their holidays. I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced by that. They can still get a Europa League place. So, you know, maybe they don't want a Europa League place. You know, we've seen what it's done to Burnley this season. So, I don't know. But what I do know is they've got some fantastic footballers at their football club. And they have been a joy to watch this season. They have come up from the Championship and absolutely smashed teams apart. Not only the little teams, more so the big teams. They've beaten the likes of Man City. They've beaten Tottenham. They've beaten Man United twice. They've beaten Chelsea. They may have drawn with Chelsea actually. And obviously they got a draw against us where we scored in stoppage time at the Emirates. Mkhitaryan with a cross come shot that their goalkeeper didn't quite read. He thought it was a cross. Nobody touched it and it went straight in the back of the net in about the 94th minute. So, but that day we got away with one. Granit Xhaka deciding to do what Granit Xhaka does every now and again. And that is just be lapsidaisical and just let the ball run straight past him. And yeah, they went clean through and they scored a goal and they went 1-0 up. And then after that, it was hard graft getting back into that game. So we're going to have to be up for it. And after the Crystal Palace fallout, we better be up for it because Chelsea dropped points again yesterday. Obviously, we dropped points against Palace where we just put in a shocking performance. So many players over the pitch just couldn't be bothered by the looks of it. And Man United lost as well. So it's going to be topsy-turvy. Teams are going to drop points. Obviously, Man United are playing Man City tomorrow night. So let's all pray for a Man City win there. And then at the weekend, they are playing Chelsea, which an ideal result there would probably be a draw. So yeah, Man United could drop quite a lot of points in the next couple of days. And Chelsea, again, could also drop points up at Old Trafford. So we have to be on our game. We have to make sure that we defend properly, which means no Skodran Mustafi in the team at all. Don't want to see his face. Don't want to see him on the pitch. I don't want that clown anywhere near the football team ever again. And hopefully, I know Unai Emery came out and backed him and said he's been quite consistent this season. A lot of people have ripped into Emery for that, but let's be real. He's not going to sit in a press conference and absolutely rip apart one of his centre-backs, is he? He ain't going to do that. Especially if we're looking to offload him. So, yeah, he ain't going to do that. It's all part and parcel of the PR game that these people play nowadays. You're not going to rip a player apart in the hope that somebody comes and buys him. It'd just be backwards. So, I think that he did the right thing. He backed the player, which he's supposed to do. He's the manager. So, I get that. Don't hang your players out to dry. Like other managers do that haven't got jobs right now. So, yeah, there we go. Jose Mourinho. But yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. And, you know, obviously Socrates is back after his 2-game ban for a stupid 10th booking. Ridiculous to get a foul and a yellow card, give away that. But an accumulation of 10 over the season gives you a 2-match ban and he had to rightly serve that. So we have missed him. We've obviously fallen apart in both of the games he ain't played really, have we? Let's be real. We obviously lost to Everton and we lost to Crystal Palace. So yeah, it's not been great. Actually, I'm lying. We beat Watford in the middle of that. So yeah, Watford was the game you missed. So 1 win, 1 loss. Apologies, but it ain't great. And we look so much better when he is in our starting 11. And you know, next season going forward, I want to see Rob Holding partnering him. If we go with a flat back 4. If we go with 3 at the back, we definitely need another centre back. I know Koscielny's been good this season, but again, he's going to be another year older, another year of damage on his body. And I don't think he could carry on for another season. Maybe keep him on the bench, in the reserves, whatever. Maybe bring him in when we've got a load of injuries. But a centre-back has to be our priority. I can't speak today. Priority come the summertime. And then play with Socrates, play with Holding, and play with another one in the middle. Who that is, I don't know. But anyway, the way I see the game going, I see it being quite a good game, actually. I think that both teams can attack. Both teams can concede stupid goals. We've seen that over the course of the season. But it is going to be quite a high tense and intensity in the game is going to be at a maximum, you know. I think that they press so high up the pitch, Wolves, that they suffocate you at times. And then when they get the ball, they break so quickly that you can't recover in time. And before you know it, bang, they've scored. And they did that at the Emirates. We lost the ball, they were in, bang, they scored. I watched the games against Man United. They absolutely run rings around Man United. And, you know, whether you think Man United have got better midfielders than us, I don't know. But, you know, if they're ripping them apart, we've got to be on our jobs. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be on our jobs because top four's riding on this. And if these players want to do something this season in terms of getting into the Champions League for next season, they better fix up their attitudes and fix up their performances because too many of them have gone missing in the last couple of weeks. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get into my 1 to 11. Don't forget, stick a massive thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you're new as well. Not a million miles from 10k now. It's getting closer and closer. So thank you very much for that. Bernd Leno, brilliant performance at the weekend I felt from him. At fault for none of the goals. Straight back in the starting 11. I'm going to go with a 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, Maitland-Niles straight back in the team. Don't ever want to see Cole Jenkinson play again. I don't care whether Jenko's a gooner or whatever, or whether his granddad played for Arsenal. He is not Arsenal quality himself. Don't want to see him here again. Onto the left-hand side, somebody who I dug into a little bit after the Palace game. I thought he was shocking, and that's Kolasinac. And he was shocking. I thought he was dreadful with his final pass. His crossing was useless. His tracking back was non-existent at times. He looked better when Iwobi was on the pitch, but even so, he still couldn't cross the ball. So hopefully, Thomas the Tank, as I called him in my review and my player ratings, hopefully has been learning how to cross the ball the last couple of days. And hopefully we see some good crosses into the box. The 3 at the back, obviously the clown's being dropped. Socrates walks straight back in. That's a no-brainer. Koscielny obviously will partner him along with Nacho Monreal. Nacho Monreal is a weak link in that 3. Teams have targeted him this season when he has played there, and they've got a bit of joy. But I still think that's a lot better than playing with Jenkinson and playing with the clown. So, yeah, that's my back 3, back 5, however you want to see it. Into midfield, Granit Xhaka is being assessed, but I do think he will start this game, and I'm putting him in my team. Next to him, I'm going with Lucas Torreira. Another one, maybe he could have played at the weekend, but again, I weren't too disappointed that he didn't, because he has been carrying an injury, and if he had played and then done an even bigger injury and was out for the rest of the season, that is then him and Ramsey out. That's then 2 massive losses, 2 players that put themselves around on the pitch. So maybe it was the right decision not to play him for the full game at the weekend, but maybe we should have started him and then brought him off. I don't know, but that's my 2 in midfield. In front of them, I'm going with a 3 in front of the striker. The striker's obviously going to be Lacazette because Aubameyang disappears like Houdini really in away games. He's absolutely dreadful in most of the away games we've played this season. So for me, yeah, you can sit on the bench, Aubameyang, and maybe we'll need you in the second half. And that's quite sad to say that because he is our top scorer and joint Premier League top scorer. But too many times he ghosts away from home and we can't have that tomorrow. So Lacazette starts up front with 3 behind. Left-hand side, we instantly looked better when Iwobi came on the pitch the other day. And I'm not saying that Iwobi's the saviour. I'm not saying that he's the best player in a million years and all that stuff. But he did make a difference. And he has done in so many games. He's direct. His final ball's clueless at times, same as Kolasinac. Sometimes he doesn't track back like he should. But he does make defenders think and he does make them go back the other way. He has to start the game. The opposite side, I thought about this one a few times, but you can only really go with Mkhitaryan because, like I said, Aubameyang, you could put him there, but what's the point? He ain't going to track back. He ain't going to do anything. He did next to nothing at the weekend. I didn't even know he was on the pitch until he scored. So for me, Mkhitaryan is going there. And hopefully he shows up because he's another one that ghosts too many games this season. And in the middle, the main man, the superstar, Mesut Ozil. Yes, I have picked Mesut Ozil for an away game. Nothing else we really could do, let's be honest. What else could we put there? Suarez is injured, Ramsey's injured, so what else could we do? We could maybe have put Iwobi there, but then do you put Aubameyang on the wing again? Not for me. I'd rather Iwobi on the wing, Ozil in the hole behind Lacazette, and let's see if we can put a shift in. So that's my 1 to 11. Let's see if they can defend properly this game. Let's see if they can all work hard as a team this game. And let's see if they can all put an attacking performance in for this game. And hopefully we come out of this with 3 points. How cocky am I? I'm not so sure. How arrogant am I? I'm not so sure. People say, I had Crystal Palace fans ripping me in the comments. Oh, you're arrogant against the lesser teams. No, it ain't arrogant. It's confidence. I'm confident that my team will go out and win a game. This game, I'm still confident, believe it or not. Not as confident as I was against Palace. I thought we'd slap Palace. Admittedly, hands up, I got that one wrong. But our home form was mad. And they ain't that great, Palace. They're 14th or were 14th for a reason, which is why I was confident. Wolves is a different kettle of fish. I'll be honest with you. I looked at the league table earlier, and I think if we get 10 more points, which is 3 wins and a draw, then potentially on goal difference, we sneak into the top 4. It's hard to call a score for this. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win just, but it could quite easily go the other way. But I'll go with a 2-1 win. They will score, 100% they'll score. I'll go with Laka first goal. Leave your score predictions down there. Leave your 1 to 11s down there. Let me know what you guys think the game's going to be like. Until tomorrow, don't forget I'll be doing a live watch-along on Guna Eagle Eye. So go subscribe to Chig's channel. We'll be doing that from about 7:15, 7:30 onwards. And then my review will be out straight after the final whistle. Until then, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.